Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am here to do a WWE random talk. I'm going to be talking about a couple of things. I'm going to be talking about the situation that went down after the Crown Jewel. I'm going to be talking about the Crown Jewel, what happened after the Crown Jewel. I'm going to be talking about NXT coming after now Raw and SmackDown, and y'all, I'm going to give y'all my point of view on the Brock Lesnar situation, Brock Lesnar, Rey Mysterio situation, also with Cain Velasquez, and I'm also going to give you about the Braun Strowman and Tyson Fury match. So without further, and several more, and I'm going to be talking about Charlotte Flair in this one, what I noticed last night. So without no further, and like I say, without no further ado, let's get started. So first and foremost, we're gonna talk about before we start on the Crown Jewel stuff. Let's talk about what happened last night. So I had to get up earlier this morning to watch the videos because I ended up falling asleep doing Raw last night. I usually don't. Was so tired that I fell asleep. All right. I get up, I start watching the videos and stuff, start seeing what went down. Seth Rollins and Adam Cole had a pretty good match until it was interrupted. All right. I know Triple H in it. So if y'all know, Survivor Series is coming up soon. And so y'all know usually at Survivor Series it'll be Raw versus SmackDown. Well, this year, instead of two brands versus each other, it will be three brands. What I mean by three brands, it's going to be Raw versus SmackDown versus NXT. NXT through their first hit gave the first hit. Excuse me, I'm going blank this morning. Gave the first hit and stuff on Raw and SmackDown. Started last Friday and last night. How I am gonna put my I'm not gonna say I'm putting my life on it. I am a betting woman that Raw is one and SmackDown is going to come together and they're gonna invade NXT this Wednesday. Guarantee it. They are going to invade NXT. Guarantee it. You don't think Carmella and Dana Brooks gonna want some revenge on Bianca Belair? Heck yes. You don't think Bayley and Sasha want some revenge on that Blaze and stuff? Yep, they do. You don't think not everybody from Raw and SmackDown want their revenge? Oh heck and heck yes. I promise you. The cavalry of Raw and SmackDown is going to come together and kick some butt. Guarantee it. That's what's going to happen this Wednesday. Okay, that's it. All right, that's all I got to talk about. Let's talk. I'll get to last night's women's match. Charlotte and Charlotte and Natalia versus the Kabuki Warriors. Now, and I'm going to talk about the Kabuki Warriors also. I'm going to talk about them twice, so we're going to get to that. Let's talk about Crown Jewel. I said Crown Jewel went off without a hitch, but a hiccup arrived after. So we're going to go through the matches first, and then I give that hiccup that went awry. All right, let me start off with The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. Man, that was a pretty good match. And I actually really thought Seth Rollins was going to come out top. But I would have never thought, and this is the reason for these eyes, I would have never thought Bray Wyatt would win. So I'm thinking, okay, they're going to trade somebody back to SmackDown to get Bray Wyatt back on Raw. Nope, So it looks like for next year, for a year, and I'm thinking, this is just me thinking for 2020, for a year, the Universal Championship will be on SmackDown. So that's what I'm getting at it. So then Brock Lesnar quits. Yeah, if y'all don't know, Brock Lesnar quit SmackDown to be on to go back to Raw to come out to Rey Mysterio. Please. Rey Mysterio had that calculated. Now, one thing I feel like Brock Lesnar was in the wrong, putting his hands on the workers. That was one. But hold up. Getting in Jerry the King Lawler's face, but one. I can never think of that. The new guy on Raw, the new commentator with the dreads on Raw. I can never think of his name, y'all. But he stood up for Jerry. And I like, this guy, like, you know, you don't hardly have a lot of people that will take a stand and step to Brock Lesnar. We need more of that. We need more people like, Brock, go sit yourself down. You ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't always here. And I'm gonna do a special video on Brock Lesnar because I'm gonna give you a list of things what agitates me about Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon. Yeah, that's gonna be what that video is gonna be called. What agitates me about Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon and the McMahon family. Guaranteed. And then y'all might agree with me with it. But that's coming soon. That's gonna come later this week. Guarantee you. So the next thing is with this Brock Lesnar, Rey Mysterio, Cain Velasquez match that happened at Crown Jewel. Oh, y'all know Cain Velasquez should have won that. And I'm going to tell y'all, I feel like this was a 9-year vision that he wanted to get at. That's one. Number two, this was a calculated ploy on Vince McMahon's part. Now, y'all, y'all like probably going, Lisa, hold up, I can't see it. Let me paint you the picture. All right, Dominic's over there visiting probably all the time, but we never know it. All right, let's say some of the wrestlers found out Cain Velasquez is Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic's godfather. And really and truly, turned out it's true. So they use something, a real life something to it, to the benefit. All right. Vince McMahon finds out. He knows. So maybe coming up in conversation with Paul Heyman, saying, "Oh, I want to bring Cain Velasquez," and for something. He go, "Well, we want to bring Cain Velasquez, and Brock can't stand him." So let's say Paul Heyman go and tell Brock. All right, here's where it gets good. Brock going, "I want him." So then Paul Heyman tell him, "Oh, the only way you want to get Cain Velasquez, you got to attack Rey Mysterio and his son." And I guarantee you, the reason Cain Velasquez attacked Rey Mysterio and his son, and when he attacked Rey Mysterio's son, that was a ploy to get Cain Velasquez there. I would not put it past Brock. I wouldn't put it past Vince McMahon or Paul Heyman because they did it. I wouldn't be too surprised that's something they did for Brock Lesnar to get his vengeance on Cain Velasquez. And I promise y'all, Cain Velasquez should have won that match regardlessly. All right, moving right on. We're still talking about Crown Jewel. Let's talk about this Tyson Fury match. And Tyson Fury versus, I'm going to give you these hands, Braun Strowman. Okay. Now, as y'all know, Braun Strowman should have won that match. He should have destroyed Tyson Fury. That's one. Number two, I don't know if anybody saw it, but I watched the whole match. And every time Tyson was on the ground, it looked like Braun was coaching him in that match, doing that whole match. Because he was doing something with his hand on his leg and letting him know. He was tapping his leg, letting him know where he's at. It looked like he was coaching him through that match. I don't know if y'all saw it. So if any of y'all saw that, saw that part, please thumbs up this video. Let me know you saw it. Now, let's talk about we'll talk about okay, we talked about NXT and everything. So let's talk about um we're gonna talk about Lacey Evans and Natalia breaking boundaries, the first ever at Saudi Arabia at the Crown Jewel. They was the two women that was picked to go and be part of this match. And it was just so wonderful just to see women showing what they can do. And like I was looking at some of the interviews afterwards from some of the Arabic women, like going, this is they was like going, this is wonderful, just showing what we can do no matter what we can do and stuff. And I just thought, okay, this is pretty cool. Even though they had t-shirts on and everything, aside of that, I just thought it was pretty good. All right. So somebody sent me a link. It's Charlotte Flair. She's doing an interview. And then she's like commending WWE from having a women's show. All right. Well, the people who did it no longer has it up because of WWE, Golden Girl Charlotte Flair is dissing the match. So y'all know Charlotte Flair always think everything is all about her. Shut it up, uncle. And one thing about it is one, I think Charlotte Flair was jealous that it wasn't her showcasing at that Crown Jewel. It wasn't her or somebody else. I just feel like Charlotte Flair is not to me. I don't feel like it's always about you. It's about the women's revolution. It's about showing perspective, showing what these women are made of. And to me, I feel like something about Charlotte Flair I don't like, and I don't like now, and I cannot put my finger on it. But when I do, I will tell y'all. But that's that. It looks like she's jealous that it wasn't her. So going into Natalia and Charlotte Flair's match against the Kabuki Warriors. Well, y'all Kabuki Warriors didn't have a chance to hit that green mist last night. Didn't have a chance to hit that green mist. Let's just say it. It was a good match. And the reason I actually has been in my head, I've been like saying, oh my God, Natalia and Charlotte Flair, can somebody say Blood Legacy? And I'm going to give y'all a reason why I call them Blood Legacy. That match was so good. I wouldn't be too surprised they are going. I mean, how many times have the Kabuki Warriors been beaten by Natalia and Charlotte Flair? That's 2 times already. And I wouldn't be too surprised next week if they don't have a title belt shot for those tag team titles. I promise you, it'll be cool and everything. But I am going to say, now let me tell you why I call Charlotte and Natalia Blood Legacy. So I recently put a poll up on my Twitter, and I asked, if Charlotte Flair and Natalia became tag team, what they tag team name should be? Should it be Legacy, Legend's Daughter, Charlotte? It was like Talia, half of Natalia and Charlotte's name together, or Crowning Daughters. Well, only 2 names came out on top. Blood Legacy and Legend Daughters. Okay, Blood Legacy is everybody's top pick. And so I just keep saying Blood Legacy when I say these two, because if you think about it, both of them come from legends. Sure, you got Natalia. She's the daughter of Jim Nearhart, the niece of Bret the Hitman Hart. She's part of that Hart dynasty. She's a part of the Hart dungeon. Okay, and then you got Charlotte Flair. She's the daughter of Ric Flair. So if you brought these two together, hello, you get Blood Legacy. I don't care, but y'all, if y'all think these two should be tag teams, what name aside the name? I'm calling them Blood Legacy. Should they be called? Now we're gonna get back to Crown Jewel, and I gotta hurry up with this. So when I heard what was going on after Crown Jewel, I was shocked. I wasn't too shocked. Crown Prince get mad because the feed stopped. All right, and I'm gonna talk about Brock Lesnar again too. All right, anybody who was over there was stuck. So the ones who usually supposed to be on SmackDown couldn't make it SmackDown. All right. Let me just say this, and I'm just gonna bring in NXT, everything else. So Crown Prince get mad because the feed stopped, but then Vince leaves because he didn't something about he didn't get paid or something. This is what's been being reported on Pro Wrestling Unlimited. I'm going, okay. And I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I mean, it's like something needs to come, an agreement or something needs to come to fall. Now, let me talk about Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar and the McMahons have their own private jet, have their own plane. Why y'all, the ones who supposed to be on SmackDown, Friday night, why y'all didn't say, oh, why Brock Lesnar didn't say, oh, Roman Reigns, you can come with me, y'all, you can ride on my private jet. Nope, he didn't. He didn't ask none. Brock Lesnar did not ask none of them. Did not ask, oh, you can ride on my private jet. You can come with me on my private jet before you can be on SmackDown. Brock Lesnar did not even offer to bring some of the wrestlers that needed to be at SmackDown that Friday on November 1st, and stuff, to offer a ride back to the U.S. Same thing with the McMahons. Didn't do it. Now, if I was a McMahon, I would have offered it, but they had to find their own commercial way back to the U.S. Same with the employees. To me, they dropped the ball with that. I mean, and the question of the day, this is doing with that, should have Brock Lesnar offered some of the superstars that was on Crown Jewel, that is part of that was on Crown Jewel, that is on SmackDown, a ride back to the U.S. for SmackDown. That is the question of the day. Until then, y'all, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe.